Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a great day today. So pretty much I just did the how-to bedding video, and now I'm going to be talking to you guys about drapery. I actually have to run downstairs really quickly, but I'm going to go ahead and share this part, and then I'm going to run downstairs so I can show you guys what I'm currently saving up for with my drapery options, and then, you know, all of that jazz. Before I even get started, I want to say thank you so very much, because a lot of you guys have placed orders. I will be leaving a link in the description box down below, because I have my drapery line available, which is so amazing. Pretty much we shopped around some options for fabric to select the best ones possible. So pretty much when you are wanting to get your drapery done, again, all the information is going to be left in the description box down below. Fully informative. I highly suggest reading, so that way you can help yourself out. Pretty much when you start the drapery process, you'll get a bag like this. I'm actually missing one which has the darker tones in it. Pretty much kind of went through the fabrics to find neutral tones that was going to be befitting of some really nice options, but still affordable for you guys also. So these are the neutral palettes, okay? I'm just going to kind of go and just share up close options, that way you guys can see. I'm just going to fan it out. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can get a better look at the fabrics. I love this one here. It has a little bit of a shimmer. When I was going through trying to figure out fabrics, I wanted, of course, something that was going to fit everything. So some of these have a little bit of a green undertone, some have a little bit of a yellow, and then there's like an oat, and then this one is just like a bluish. But depending on what you're wanting, whether you're wanting like a dark tone, which they're called moods, or neutrals, will be dependent on which samples you get. It's a process, you know, so they're still considered custom panels, simply because you are selecting your own fabrics to move forward with this. It's not pre-selected, and then when it comes to the height, it is going to be customizable to your own window on how you want that to happen. So I'm going to show you guys the next set of fabrics. These are so nice, you guys. Let me show you. These are the other set of fabrics here. These are some of the textures. Absolutely love this one. You can see all that shimmer. These are in the same family also, just a different tone. Really nice. And then you have these right here. One of the big things that I love is the quality of the fabric. That's number one. The next thing is the color options. Even though they're still neutral, when you come up on them, they do offer a level of depth to them. So I do appreciate that. Keep in mind also, when I was doing this, I kind of went through a lot of fabrics trying to pick the best quality, and also trying to make sure that I was gonna give you guys quite a bit of options. The really great thing about this is all of the drapery has a lining, so there's another layer of fabric that goes behind it. It makes the drapery look so freaking nice. If you guys remember downstairs how that drapery looked, that fabric was a little bit thicker, but also it was a lot more in terms of yardage. So it would have the same comparison once you line it with these right here. Even if you're not 100% like interested, I would still get some samples. That way you could just see what the options available are. But again, absolutely happy. I'm gonna go downstairs and get my book so that I can show you guys what I'm looking at for my bedroom. So I have shutters in my bedroom. I love the shutters, you guys. Absolutely love the shutters. And if you remember from the last house, I was like, the only way I'm going to cover this is if I had custom drapery panels. So downstairs, those panels are stationary, meaning they don't close. But in the bedroom, I want them to close, simply because sometimes when I wake up in the morning, my bedroom still has a bit of light that comes through, and I would like it to be as dark as possible when I'm sleeping. So they are going to have blackout, and I am going to close them. Originally, when I was looking at getting my room done, I was thinking of going really, really neutral and light, but because the panel is so close to my headboard, the fabric looked very similar to the fabric on my headboard. So then I was just like, oh, let me do something with a little bit of texture and some color. So from afar, it would look super light, but then when you come up close to it, it would actually have some color. I'm gonna show you guys really quickly what that fabric looks like. So here is the fabric that I want to use for my bedroom. I like it a lot. Now, it's probably hard to tell on camera because I can't see it. I won't see till I edit, but we'll just go over some of the colors. So it has just a tiny bit of seafoam green going through, because it almost looked kind of like tweedish the way that it looks. And then it has some cream and ivory and white, and then of course some grays, but it's more of like a bluish gray tone, not 100% like a dark smoky gray. I really do like it. And then it has some oatmeal. So I know once the blackout lining goes on it and then I pick my hardware, I'm probably going to go with the same color as downstairs, because from afar it looks black, but then up close it gives off a little bit of that gold tinge. It's the bronze, which again, like I said, I do love it. So what I'm envisioning is to have the wall over here by the window just be like so pretty, and the drapery just flanking both sides, and then when I close it, just, I'm thinking 2 pleat, possibly maybe even 3, because I don't think I've done 3 just yet. No, I have 3 downstairs, so maybe I may stick with 2 pleat just to give it like a really nice clean look. You know, having drapery in your bedroom is optional, but because I want to have it be darker in here, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I haven't 100% decided if I'm going to do drapery panels in the boys' rooms as of right now. They have shutters, it's fine. My concern is having the drapery kind of hanging and them, you know, bumping into it, hitting it or something like that. So as of right now, I may just do something totally different. And when I say different, nothing. Oh yeah, do nothing whatsoever. But I thought having panels in my room again was going to offer me some privacy, and definitely, most importantly, just darker in my bedroom. I'm not 100% sure exactly when the install is going to happen, because it's a process of, you know, making sure all the fabric is in stock, making sure the rod is in stock, and I think the whole thing takes like maybe 30 to 40 days. It depends on, you know, what queue I am in line for. But I wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys. The next thing that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is how I measure for my drapery, so that way, even if you're not working with me or you're not working with Elaine Thomas Interiors, if you're working with someone else, you have an idea of what you're going to be looking for. And I think my room is going to be a great candidate for this, just because the way my windows are set up, you get to see the different options of measuring. So let's go ahead and get started. If you take a look at your window, there's a trim around your window. I'm not talking about the outside molding. I'm talking about the actual trim on the actual window sill itself, right? So when you're measuring to find out the width of how wide you're going to need the panels to be, you want to take the measuring tape and you want to go there. Reason being is you want to cover that white part of the window with your drapery, which makes it look a lot more custom. So what I did is I went in on that 2 inches, and pretty much I can go about 23. I'm just going to show you really quickly, when it comes to measuring, what's going to be important is how much space is left here, all right, and then how much space you have left right here within this corner to give you the width. Now I can tell you that this window here in the corner is going to have 1 panel width of drapery on each side. So pretty much measuring the inner white trim of inside this window to this corner is probably going to leave me with about 18 inch of paneling on here. But on this side, I'm almost positive it's going to be at least, if anything, maybe 2.5, because I do want it to close, and considering how wide this particular panel is, it's gonna have to, it can be wider just because I have a lot more window. I don't know if you guys can see it, but basically this white trim is not the window, the shutters, it's the actual window. I want to measure from 2 inches in and then measure my way out. Again, this is going to be about 2.5 panels wide in order for it to close. I know it's quite a bit of information that I'm sharing with you guys. If at any point you see that it's confusing, I would highly recommend getting a consultation with Elaine Thomas. Again, I'm going to be leaving her information down below. When I say that she is great at what she does, she is great at what she does. I am going to be working on getting some ring lights. I had some before and I got rid of them because I never used them. But I feel like now, trying to help you guys with the measuring and all of that, and I'm really not that tech savvy, I want to be able to at least have the light not work against me. So I need to have some options for some box lights here. That way I can kind of show you. But let me just say, the website, it's like a easy 1, 2, 3 step to show you how to do everything. It has all the measurements, it has the panels. But if you're noticing that you don't have a lot of space in your corner of your window, then you know that you can't go too wide, because you don't want to cover the window itself. For every single rule that there is, so going all the way up elongates your window. Well, sometimes going all the way up can shrink your window. You don't want your windows to look too teeny tiny, so you don't want to go super massive with your drapery, but then you also don't want your panels to look so small to the point where it looks like you couldn't afford extra fabric. So you want to make sure that it's the height is right. You want to make sure the width is right, and this is why it's really great to get a consultation. Even if you're not 100% ready to make this type of an investment, it's just really good just to get some information. That way you kind of better arm yourself in moving forward with what you're going to do in terms of your panel options. But you guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and get myself situated, because as I'm doing this video, your girl is stressed out. If you saw the video that I posted earlier, then you definitely know why. Tomorrow's a big day, and I have to admit that I'm a little nervous, but I'm good. It's just, it's new, it's different, so I gotta go and get myself situated. So I'm gonna go and do that. But definitely have an amazing day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.